Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Here's Mack. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 17 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll go with a keeper. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting two there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. Third and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do. But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll look to throw here. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bills have recovered.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you, you got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now a deep ball. There on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Detroit, Detroit.
Throwing is Allen on third. And this is caught by Watkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
56. Lucky 56.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
And they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go play action here on first down. Airing one out for Crowder. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gone, 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 gone. Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Gone, 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 gone.
So after the INT, it's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
No, check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit, Detroit. Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Detroit, Detroit.
Allen now looks to throw. Forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here we go. What? None.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Peterson. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Back to throw now on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Single, slop. Hey, you're running out of there.
He'll drop to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now back to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now a carry from Mack. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! No. Check. Patriot!
On 1st down, Allen. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here.
Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to air one out. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so you might as well have not even had the penalty.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Watching that, Barney!
They'll come out in the pistol. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Gun!
Now Allen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalties got him set up with a first and goal. Here's Mack on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Pretty move. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Lucky 56, set, green 39, green 39.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And it's 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
it certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Watch it now, Barney.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
No. Check. Patriots. Gun.
They'll run with Mack. And down to the 36-yard line here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Now Mack. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Flex round.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now a toss play. This is Mack. He's to the 10 and all the way down to the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side, but the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
No, check, Patriots!
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Marshall, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Allen. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So the Patriots coming out now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bills have recovered.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looks to throw on 2nd down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Detroit! Detroit! 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now Allen operating from the gun. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. No, check, Patriots.
He'll get it up the middle. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and goal. Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Flex round! Flex round! Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down. Ohio!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The Bills getting set to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Hey! Gun!
Allen off the play fake. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, it's Marshall. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Patriots. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to let this go deep for Jim. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They'll look to throw now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And on the ground they go with a running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And here's Marshall. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Jackson. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone, and that's going to be a safety. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Buffalo, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.